to get hyped, boys. We will not be stopped. I will not be stopped. No mercy, baby. No mercy. Let's go.
And if that talk is any indication, I bet we'll see them play with some anger today. We've got basketball action from New Orleans Arena, home of the Pelicans, here on 2K Sports. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Jamal Crawford.
You know, most people think of Jamal Crawford as a deep threat, but he's got a great handle on the ball. He can make defenders look foolish with that crossover. And that ability to create something out of nothing late in the shot clock is, I think, one of Crawford's best attributes.
Yeah, I agree with you. He had a big reason why he scores so much, Steve. He has the ball handling skills to create space and has no problem rising up and knocking down the jump shot. And his mentality is such that he feels like he can get his shot anytime he wants.
Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans winning their last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And to do it on the road, too. I mean, with the way they just kept coming at him and coming at him, they kept that crowd out of the game the entire time. That's good work.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
At the line for two.
And so he makes both from the line. And here is Los Angeles now. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that. You know, Darren Collison, DC as he's known, is a guy that does everything you want from a point guard at a decent level, but really doesn't excel at anything in a great fashion. Sort of falls into the basketball trades category. Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Barnes up top. Collison kicks to Jamison. Back to Collison. Griffin a screen on Howard. Collison off the pick from Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Crawford. Stolen by Gordon. Hugh defended by Griffin. Doubled by Crawford. Hugh passes to King. Here's Davis, and the layup is good.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Now here's Griffin. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Thunder at Oklahoma City.
And his rebounding in that game, Kevin, just tremendous. He owned the boards.
And Clark, you mentioned Collison not dominant in any one category. What area, Steve, do you think that Darren Collison can improve in?
Well, he can be a very good defender when he puts pressure on defense. So he's got to focus on that end of the floor. And then offensively, probably shoots a little bit more often than he should. You know, at that size, you want a guard who's going to get your team into an offense.
Here's Collison after the made shot from Q. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Whoops, they pick off the pass.
Yeah, he had tunnel vision on that pass. He was really focused on the field. Never did see the defender.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break.
Yeah, it really does allow your offense to flow better. When you can get out and run and get easy opportunities, then everybody gains confidence.
Here's Collison following the score by New Orleans. Moving it up. Hugh passes to King. Inside. Doubled by Collison. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. And Gordon hits from deep. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition. Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. It's going to make you earn it from the line.
That one is no good.
One thing Matt Barnes has no problem doing is playing the role of a scrapper. I mean, he plays with that kind of sandpaper edge to his game. No fear, and that's why his teammates have so much respect for him. It also helps that he can contribute in a variety of ways.
Now here's Collison after Eric Gordon's miss. And a look at the top single-season player efficiency ratings. I love this statistic. Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and we've got some more modern talent representing as well.
Yeah, you're talking the elites of the game when you go down that list. Interesting to see a new school stat kind of juxtaposed with the old school legends, but yeah, the rankings obviously make sense if those guys are at the top.
Back to Holiday. Lets a floater go. That's good. And Matt Barnes, a fiery defender, he plays the game, it seems, almost all the time with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he embraces the physicality of the game, but I just love the energy and the emotion that Matt Barnes brings to any team that he plays for. That's why, regardless of where he is, he always finds his way into the rotation.
And he's played for a lot of teams.
Yes, he has.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. Monty Williams had some words for his team. He said, whatever you do not get caught up in a run-and-gun type of game. We need to keep the pace under control. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Chris Kaman. Hugh passes to Gordon. Crawford with the steal. It's Crawford on the wing. New Orleans in the lead. Holiday, the pass to Q. Davis with a screen on Dudley. In low to Davis. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Anthony Davis, the #1 overall pick in 2012. An interesting note here, guys. He and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist were the first college teammates ever to be selected with the first and second picks of the draft. Bet you guys didn't know that.
Gotta love it.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Holiday, the pass to Q. Inside. Stolen away. Dudley with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Redick for 3. The rebound by Holiday. Clark, you mentioned the 2012 draft. Also, when you look at Davis and MKG and then Bradley Beal, also the first time that 3 college freshmen, Steve, went 1, 2, and 3.
And not to mention all 3 players coming from the SEC.
Right, exactly.
Strange, but a lot of promise from that draft. A lot of good talent, and I think it bodes well for the league going forward.
Now, here's Anderson after the miss from Dudley. Q, he's guarded by Dudley. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Anderson. Q passes to Anderson. New Orleans moving the ball around. There's 3 pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 5. It's tipped. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
Yeah, you can't make a lazy pass against this club. I mean, they'll turn it into a steal nearly every single time.
Holiday against Collison. Dudley. And the Clippers miss again.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Offensive rebound. A stupendous finish in traffic. Anderson's got his first basket.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's going in.
Hollins dishes to Collison. He feeds it to Hollins. The shot's good. Collison making the play.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Gordon up on top. And there's the pass to Q. Into Smith. And that's collected by Mullins. Clippers trail by 5. Collison kicks to Redick. This is it to Mullins. Sinks that one from the post.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Q, he's guarded by Dudley. Back to Anderson. There's the triple. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that 3-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
He used that pick to get in close. And it's now only a 1-point Pelican lead.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Q passes to Smith. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pelicans lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Tune in this week. Here's Roberts. So for the Clippers right now, Byron Mullins is out there with Barnes. Then there's Jared Dudley. Then there's Willie Green. And it's Collison at the 1 spot.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block. You know, CP3 did a lot of things, guys, to change the culture of the Clippers, but one that maybe gets overlooked is how much he encourages and models talking on defense with this team. If you don't call out a screen or a rotation on his team, he'll call you out about it.
And we've seen the Clippers turn around over the last few years. It doesn't just happen purely with talent, although it helps, certainly. But, Steve, a lot of it has to do with the change in the team's mindset.
Yeah, you can load up a team with a bunch of scorers and talented players, but if they aren't playing for each other and motivated to have each other's backs, then it does nothing. And I think Paul has done wonders for just the chemistry and the mindset of this Clippers team.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. The change he wants to see made is a defensive one. He talked to the team about closing out much more quickly on their perimeter shooters. He thinks they've been giving them too much space out there. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And as an 85% free throw shooter, his team has been able to count on him anytime he gets to the stripe.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Byron Mullins. Good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Here's Collison after the made shot from Anderson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by New Orleans. Griffin dishes to Collison. Dudley's shot is good. Dudley's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Q, covered by Barnes. A nice shot by Anderson.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Now here's Collison. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Dudley. Right side, Griffin. Shot clock at 6. The jump hook. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Tear that rim up, big fella.
For the Clippers, Anthony Davis. He's checked in for Anderson. And it's Holiday in for Brian Roberts. The Clippers have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. .32 seconds left here in the second. Always going up for the alley-oop here. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And that's now 9 points for Anthony Davis.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Collison kicks to Griffin. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got 6 assists in the game.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Pass to Q. Ball's knocked loose. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way this time.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
And we're through 2 here in a good one. Pelicans on top, up 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play the second half?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
All right, Doris, thank you. And folks, stay right where you are for the halftime show. Then we'll be back for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint. Live from 2K Sports, it's the Monday night edition of the Halftime Report. A tight game for the Pelicans squaring off against Los Angeles. Extra possessions almost too easy to come by. They've piled up the second chance buckets. Q in the first half, amazing. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And not to be outdone, the Clippers also giving it their all. They've played themselves right to the bubble, sitting in 8th place in the conference standings. Blake Griffin's looked locked in so far. He's up to 9 points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke take it away. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You know, it's been a clinic so far from Q.
And all of a sudden tonight, he's become their big assist man. I mean, his passing was the key to their offense in that first half. Not something you always see.
And that's not a role he usually plays, and one I'm not sure he's comfortable in, but they've needed him to make some plays today. And to his credit, he's done it.
Backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Q out there with Davis, and it's Kaman in at the center. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Q passes to Kaman. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Collison against Gordon. Collison kicks to Jamison. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
And it's Davis with the jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
The Clippers trail.
The big story in New Orleans, guys, is the change of the name. From the Hornets, a name that came with the team when they relocated from Charlotte, to the brand new Pelicans. Now, Pelicans might not be the most intimidating name around the league, but it does have a nice and special connection to the city and state.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. Monty Williams had some words for his team. He wants his players to step up the pace. He told them they should be looking to get out and run every chance they get. The other thing he discussed with them was that they should be forceful with the ball. He said if they see a gap in the defense, they should go straight to the bucket. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with the defender draped all over him. He's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And you've also got to love what a forceful low-post defender he is. If he blocks one of your shots, you remember it. He sends them into the stands to make a point.
Here's Barnes. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Barnes has got 10 points in the game. Well, Clark, and I really didn't know you knew this much about birds, but the brown pelican is indeed the state bird of Louisiana. Their numbers have rebounded dramatically after being hard hit by the Gulf spill. So a representation of the city's triumph, Steve, over great adversity.
Well, I'm happy with something that is connected to the city. I'm talking about the name, the Pelicans, because remember, originally this team was known as the Jazz, and that made sense. Utah Jazz made no sense. New Orleans Hornets made no sense. New Orleans Pelicans make sense, guys.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Clippers trail by 4, and the Clippers call time here.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Now here's Jamison. He's got 6, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Back to Griffin. Taken away by Holiday. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And finished off by Davis.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. Back to fundamentals. That's what he told them. Specifically, he'd like to see them implement the pick and roll as often as possible. He also urged them to drive the lane aggressively on offense, saying they won't be able to handle us if we can get bodies to the basket each and every time down the court. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And here's Griffin following the 3 from Q. 6 to shoot. Crawford dishes to Griffin.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
It sure did.
I don't think anybody knew where it was going to go.
Outside Holiday. There's the pass to Q. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Q's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pelicans. Collison up top, guarded by Holiday. Griffin goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on a 14-6 run.
Griffin is doing amazing things on the court and off the court. I mean, his charisma and sense of humor really have made him one of the more marketable players in the entire league.
That's good. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Now here's Collison. 5 points in the game. Crawford's shot is good. Going back to Griffin, he spent a summer interning with an LA-based comedy website, I'm reading here. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has a love for comedy, and playing in LA, that's a great opportunity for him to work in the entertainment side of things. And of course, he does have a real job with the Clippers. He's got to focus there.
He does. But those commercials he's in are fun.
They are good.
They're good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Now here's Collison, averaging 9 points per contest. Crawford outside. Shot from the wing. That one a little long.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
In low to Davis. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. Pelicans, number 1.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 9 points. It's Crawford with the drive. Here's Jamison. The Clippers keep it alive. New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from long range.
Nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Clippers trail by 11. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Matt Barnes back in high school was an All-American wide receiver. He led the nation in touchdown catches his senior season.
And for Matt Barnes, you can see some of that football influence in his style of play.
He's one of the highest recruited wide receivers coming out of high school before he went and played basketball at UCLA. But yeah, he really knows how to go and get that ball, whether it's a loose ball or an offensive rebound. And he's a good backdoor cutter as well.
You're right. He used to play high school ball in Sacramento. He had a lot of college coaches wanting to come play on fall Saturdays. Here's Green after the made shot from Q. Here's Griffin. Nails the baby hook. Griffin's got 15.
If you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Nash the pass to Q. Davis with a screen on Dudley. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Morrow's checked in. Outside, Green. The feed now to Griffin. It's rebounded by Q. Q's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
From 8. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, for those of you who've been sleeping or under a rock for the last few years, Anthony Davis, the #1 pick of the 2012 NBA draft, is 6'10" with a 7'6" wingspan. The all-time NCAA freshman record holder for blocks in the season and a potential superstar big man in the NBA.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Nash kicks to Miller. Q, guarded by Green. The dish to Davis. That one goes. Count it. Davis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Pelicans. And for Davis, outstanding in the NBA from day one.
Yeah, defensively, an elite shot blocker and rebounder, and offensively, very talented as a ball handler and finisher. He just needs to get stronger, and as he grows, as he matures, I think Davis will be a perennial all-star.
There's the pick. Nash kicks to Miller. Here's Morrow. He's guarded by Reddick. Feeds to Morrow. 1 second left. No good on the buzzer beater. Shots continue. This Friday, and our assist of the game here on replay, presented by State Farm. And this wasn't his only assist, folks. 9 assists on the night over the course of the game from Q.
Kevin, it's been one great pass after another for him. Just a huge amount of scoring for that team's offense generated by his court vision.
Here's Collison. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Crawford out there with Barnes. And there's Collison. Then there's Griffin. And it's Redick in at the 2 spot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, when you talk about the most fearsome finishers in the league, you got to put Blake Griffin right at the top of the list. I mean, he's a high riser, and he's able to dunk with authority over the top of defenders like very few in the league can.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And with Griffin, the dunks always get top billing, but he is more than just a dunker, or at least would hope to be more than just a dunker.
Boy, he's a rebounder and an underrated passer for a big man. His touch outside is improving as well, so this is what you want to see from Griffin. Just incremental improvement each year. What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Now here is Holiday. Passes to Q. Crawford with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Crawford leading the charge. That's good. Crawford's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Q passes to King, and he gets it to go. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Well, I bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
Now here's Collison. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Q. Crawford's shot is good.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Holiday, the pass to Q. Crawford with the steal. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him, and he lays it up and in.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Here's Q. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers trail by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
And so it's New Orleans with it after Darren Collison's miss. And here's Barnes for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Out to the right wing to take the lead. Blocked. But they get it back. And the foul on Chris Kaman. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Here's Griffin. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Just an amazing game for Q. He's got 24 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense putting on a fantastic performance.
Well, this season, a new mascot, new team colors, and a brand new state-of-the-art 50,000 square foot practice facility for the Pelicans. It's not just a new paint job, folks. This is a franchise doing some exciting stuff. Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
Here's Crawford, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And here's a quick look at how the Clippers' schedule is shaping up. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
But a lot of fans focused on that matchup for New Orleans.
And Clark, you mentioned the new colors for the Pelicans. No longer the purple, teal, and gold of the Hornets. but blue, gold, and red from the city flag of New Orleans. He looks pretty good.
It does look good. And remember the other connections. I mean, blue is featured on the Louisiana State flag. Gold, Mardi Gras color, of course. And then you think about the connection to the plumage of the brown pelican, which I've studied for years. And then, of course, red. I mean, the red represents... I have no idea what red represents.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Here's Q. No good.
Boy, they almost tied it up with that shot.
Boy, they're this close here in the fourth quarter, scrapping back into it.
Barnes with it, and Kamen picks him up defensively. Here's Griffin. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Griffin's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Q covered by Barnes. Here's Q, and it's blocked by Barnes. They get it back, and there's the foul. It's on Q. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Well, their worst fear came.
So it's the Clippers taking the win.
Yes, I'm here with Darren Collison. And Darren, this was a game that saw...
What's up?
Hey, you remember that business deal you kicked down for a while back?
Of course. I'm still waiting for that big payoff they promised me.
I finally heard back. That vampire flick is on its way to being a box office smash. We should be getting a nice return right about now.
Yes, man. That's what I'm talking about. I was wondering if that deal was ever gonna pay off. Hey, come on. Dinner's on me, bro, huh?
Oh, now you talking.
Right.
Hey, listen, man, you made the right call on this one, but be careful. People is gonna come at you with all kind of crazy ideas, and most of them ain't gonna pay off like this one did, all right?
Yeah, I feel you. Come on, let's go celebrate, huh?
All right, let's do it, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
After you, sir.